Let's see if anybody comes back. If they don't, they don't. All right. Well. Yes, we are back. Because that's so weird how it just cut off on me. Let's see if Bobby comes back. Yeah, this is good. So yeah, I wore this the last maybe 3 days in a row. This is such a beautiful scent. Classic 90s. I don't think it's ever going to go away. I definitely think it aged very well because, you know, this still to me smells really modern. Yeah, this really smells modern to me still. Like, it doesn't smell like an old dated perfume, even though it smells, hi Fernando, even though it smells like a 90s scent, because 90s was all about freshy kind of scents, like light kind of scents. You know, in the 80s, everything was really heavy and too much, and 90s, things were kind of light. But this is such a beautiful scent. So yeah, I wore this the last 3 days in a row. Yeah, it's so easy to just grab this. If you don't know, like, and that's why I started wearing it. I was like, oh, I don't know what to wear. So I just wore this. And then the second day again, I was like, well, I still don't know what to wear. And I wore this again. And then I wore this again. It's just a really nice, easy grab and go kind of thing. Not much thought. It's really is a no-brainer, you know? And it's so nice and it's so unique, and I definitely think like it's really slept on because nobody really, I mean, it's still, I think, one of their best sellers, I want to say. But now that there's so much on the market and there's so much even niche freshies on the market, I think people kind of fall asleep on this. But it's so good that it's really a shame. This bottle, I got this last year from Burlington. I got this from Burlington, so this isn't an old bottle at all. This was actually my first bottle of this stuff. Because yeah, I just decided to get it on one of my Burlington runs. Oh, this is so nice. And I remember this in the 90s because both of my parents wore it, you know, because this was like such a hot perfume. Like, it was like the first unisex perfume that both men and women wore, you know? I don't know what happened, Bobby. My internet kind of just died on me, I guess. I'm not sure. Like, I still have Wi-Fi, but I was just like, weird. Like, Spence let me know that it went out. I'm like, wait a minute. So I came back. But yeah, I'm talking about CK1 now. This is my scent of the day for the last couple of days. It's so easy reach, and I definitely think that you'll like this, Bobby. I think this is perfect for Hawaii weather. This is like California weather. It's just an easy reach, you know, especially because it's so hot here all the time. It's like bone dry. It's very warm. Today was 75 or something like that. It was a pretty warm day. It kind of got cooler. Now it's cool. Now it's kind of getting cooler and windy. That's why I have my big jacket on. But for the most part, this is very, very wearable for California. And I want to say, even when it's cold here, this is still very wearable. I think this is a genius freshie. Like, and it doesn't smell dated to me. It does not smell dated. Even though this came out, I think it's been like 30 years since this came out. It does not smell dated to me whatsoever. There's nothing about this that I smell and think, old person. You know what I mean? It's very, very, very like modern, you know? It was modern back then and it's still pretty modern smelling now. This is so pretty. This is super, super pretty. And I do remember that jacket. Yeah. No, it wasn't on purpose at all. Like, this is literally my style. Like, I love denim. I mostly wear denim or leather or like, you know, that's just my style. Super comfy. But dude, this is so good. And I do remember the ads where it was just a bunch of men and women in the ads, and they're all wearing denim and like white t-shirts. But I want to say that this, you can wear this to a dressier occasion as well. So I remember the first time I smelled this out in the wild. Like, it is a super, super, super recognizable fragrance, but if you haven't smelled it in a while, you're kind of confused on what it is. And I remember I worked with this one girl, and she smelled really good, right? And like, this was years ago. This was like, this was years ago. This was like, I was still in college working at a jewelry store. And she smelled so good. And I was just like, what do you have on? And she was just, because like, she always smelled good. And I was like, what does she have on? And she was like, oh, CK1, that's what I always wear. That's the only perfume I ever wear, right? And I was like, wow, CK1. And I never thought much of it, you know? I was like, whatever. I remember, like, back then, I was, what was I wearing back then? I think I was wearing I was either wearing D&G The One, D&G L'Imperatrice, Vanilla Lace. I'm just trying to think of what the perfumes I owned back then. I didn't really have much back then. I was probably had like 3 or 4 bottles of perfume. You know? So I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, whatever about it. And so years later, like, you know, last year actually, when I went to Burlington, I was like, oh my God, it's CK1. I'm just going to grab a bottle because, you know, it's such a classic. And I do remember my parents wearing this. I do remember smelling this a lot in the 90s. This was so everywhere, you know? It was like the ads were everywhere. Everything was everywhere with this one. I even had a backpack that said CK1. It was like a gift with purchase. Yeah, it was so popular. So, well, anyways, long story short, I'm really glad I got it. And this is always going to be a repurchase for me. It's pretty much a no-brainer. It's like musky. It's a clean musk. Fruity, but I don't really know what, I think, Bobby, you're right. I think it is melon. I know I've seen the notes of this at one point, and when I saw the notes, I was like, oh, that's what I smell. So I think it is melon. I want to say it's like a cantaloupe kind of a thing. And it's like, okay, stop asking me what my favorite food is. Just stop, right? Like, just stop being an annoying troll, you know? Just like, stop it. Hi, Willie, 9 milli. Hello, Empty Sense. So this is so good. Like, this is so unique. There's nothing that smells like this. And if they do, they're just duping CK1. This is brilliant. I definitely think that this is a masterpiece of a freshie. And this seems like a really simple smell, but it's not. Like, if you really smell this stuff, you get so many different bits and pieces of the notes that make this so unique of a smell. Like fruitiness, some kind of green notes. I'm trying to see if there's any sort of like vanilla. Like, no, there's no vanilla in here. No, there's nothing about this that's gourmand. This is a fruity, green, musky, freshy. It has some soapy vibes to it as well, though. This is so good. I love this scent, and I definitely recommend this. If you haven't tried it, I mean, better late than never. Like, I would always smell this, you know, throughout my life. I would smell this and pick this up on people. My parents wore it, but I only got this last year. This is my first bottle of this stuff. You know what I mean? Right, Spence? Like, what the hell? Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, like, I see you, you know, I'm not ignoring you. So anyway, so this is really nice. Bobby, I definitely recommend, give this a smell. I've seen this out on the counters at the department stores. My local Macy's had this one out. It's still a very popular seller at Macy's, but don't buy it at retail. This is like all over the department stores. I mean, all over the rack stores. Sorry, had a long day. It's all over the rack stores at a really good price. So the scent profile is beautiful. It's a freshie, but it's genius. I think like some perfumes, like if they're constantly around and if they're constantly a bestseller, I think it's for a reason, honestly. Like, you know, the dollar votes every day, you guys. The dollar votes every day. If this sucked, it wouldn't be around still. And same with Calvin Klein Obsession. If it sucked, it wouldn't still be sold, you know, after all these years. It's still a bestseller. And it's kind of a shame that both this, I saw CK Obsession at the rack store today too. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of sad seeing really good perfumes at rack stores for so cheap, but I get why, because like they don't need to do advertising for it as much as well. So the cost comes down. They don't need to advertise. My nose is killing me. They don't need to advertise for it as much. There's other things that they're spending their money on advertising. I guess, I don't know. So, but it is like a cheapie, but it is so, so, so good. Like, I'll never get sick of this scent profile. Bobby, you got to check this stuff out. It is so good. Okay, so this lasts, I want to say, about 4 or 5 hours. I do my hair and my skin. I don't really do clothes that much because I feel like if I want to wear the same jacket the next day, I can't because it will smell like a different perfume. So I never really do my clothes. I only do like body mists on my clothes because those kind of go away after a while. But hi Baboosh, welcome. But this is really, really, really good. I love this stuff. This is a 10 out of 10 for me in the freshie category. 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? This was Alberto Morillas and Harry Fremont. And Harry Fremont did a lot of perfumes, including Rapture by Victoria's Secret. And I got that one not long ago. So, and Alberto Morillas, we already know, you know, he's been doing perfumes forever, and I love Alberto Morillas. And I don't, you know, he's so talented that he can do both like a simple freshie and really complex fragrances. So, I don't know, like this is so genius for a freshie, and it's so unique, you know? So Bobby, check this one out. I think this is perfect for Hawaii weather, honestly. Like this is such good warm weather perfume. Okay, so let me answer. Bobby had a question. Where did it go? He had a question. I don't know where Bobby's question went. I know he had a question. I'm kind of behind the chat. You can re-ask it again. Thank you for the compliments on my hair. Okay, thank you. I saw that. I think you asked something about Agua de Gio or this. I don't know. Like, I don't remember. I briefly saw it. I don't know if you had a full question on it. CK1 or Agua de Gio on a guy back then? I don't know when Agua de Gio came out. I think it came out, when did it come out? Didn't it come out in like the early 2000s? Agua de Gio definitely smells more masculine than this. This is like unisex right in the middle. Like, I still like this for a scent profile. Maybe because I get to wear it too. But, Agua de Gio is a really, like, Agua de Gio is really generic, kind of like everyday smelling, but if you really think about it, it's pretty nice. You know, it's a nice masculine smelling cologne. I'm not too big of a fan of it, but it's a nice cologne, you know, but I love this more. I like CK1 more. Not too much, just enough. It's not really, I didn't know it's 90s. I thought it's the early 2000s for some reason. But yeah, I love CK1. It's so good. Yeah, Agua de Gio is nice. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It does smell very masculine though, you know? It like this is just a little more to my liking. I think, I don't know. I just like this. Yeah, it's a nice smell. Like, I'm not too big on that scent DNA, but I'm not gonna say it's not a good scent, you know? It's a good scent. Yeah, CK1 has a ton of flankers too. I've only smelled this one and the one in the silver bottle that came out. I haven't smelled the rest of the line. I know that there's a ton of CK1 flankers as well. And I've smelled a lot of Agua de Gio for flankers. And they're all nice smells. Some of them are a bit too strong, but it's a really nice men's cologne. Like, if I were a guy, I would probably rock that, you know? It's a nice scent for a guy, Agua de Gio. As though I've worn Agua de Gioia a lot. I don't know if that's like comparable, but I have the Agua de Gioia. I do love the aquatic freshies. I mean, it's kind of hard not to, and it's kind of like when you live in a hot climate, you get used to those kinds of smells because it's really hard to wear anything else. So I definitely love my aquatics. It's kind of a hard question. I don't know. Like, on a guy, I feel like Agua de Gio is great. But if you're asking what I prefer, then I'm going to prefer CK1 because it's like something that I personally wear. So I don't know. It's such a hard question. Bobby always asks the hard questions that really get me thinking. That's so funny. Let's ask the chat. Spence, what do you like more? This or Agua de Gio for a guy? And Fernando, what do you guys prefer? Let's ask the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a guy, you're gonna choose Agua de Gio. Gio. All right, so then I have a, yeah, both work. They're like the same vibe. It's just that Agua de Gio is more masculine. It's a lot, it's like a manly cologne, you know? It's totally manly. All right, so then another thing, this is what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. I already know I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. I've had a lot of samples of this stuff, and I recently got, not recently, like 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago, I got a mini of this, and this is a really beautiful Guerlain scent, but I just never found it to be like full bottle worthy for me. Like, I went through multiple samples and this is a mini, but it's such a pretty scent. It is called Mandarin Basilic by Guerlain. Here it is. Let me know if you guys have smelled this one. This is really pretty. I think I might get a full bottle at one point. I just never had that rush to get it because I was always like, yeah, it's a nice smell, but I was never like, oh my God, I have to get it, you know? But this is really pretty and it's definitely unique. You know, if you're looking for a unique kind of citrusy smell, this is it. This is pretty. If you're into citrus, you definitely have to be into citrus and into basil because that's exactly what this smells like. Yeah. This is very, I don't have any more skin to put it on here. Let me just put it on here. Yeah, it's a dabber. They only give dabbers. All the minis from Guerlain and even Dior and Chanel, they're all dabbers. Oh, this is pretty. You know what? I might get a full bottle of this stuff. Like, I just never had that, like, rush to get it. Even though it's a beautiful smell, I was like, all right, I think I went through about 7 samples of this. And now I got this. So I was always like, eh. But it's really pretty. It's basil-y. It's very, very, very sharp, prominent, green basil. Like think of like crushing a couple of leaves of basil or chopping up basil for a salad. That kind of green basil. And the mandarin is in there as well. Like it's the whole mandarin with the skin, with the, what's that white part of the citrus called? You know how you peel a mandarin and has that white veiny stuff on there? That you pick all that up. You pick up that bitter component of a mandarin as well. And you pick up that fresh mandarin in here. It's so pretty. It's super, super pretty. If you're looking for a really unique citrus, check this one out. And you definitely have to love basil. This is very basil like dominant. It's straight up basil in the beginning. And then it kind of goes into the mandarin direction. And the whole thing is basically those two like prominent, basil and mandarin. But it's really, really pretty. And it's really unique. I don't know anybody else that has out a perfume that smells like basil and mandarin. It's really pretty. You know what I mean? Oh, hi, Bo Dominican York. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, it's really pretty. Spence, let me see what size this is. I don't know. It's interesting because this, like, it doesn't really give too much details because even the bottle itself doesn't have the name of the perfume. It's literally just, it just says Agua Lagoria Guerlain. It doesn't have like, I don't know if you could see my, it doesn't have the name of the perfume, you know what I mean? This one is it's a 7.5 ml, 0.25 ounce, 7.5 ml. That's the size of this, 7.5. So yeah, it's a good size. I don't mind a dabber. I used to like sell my a lot of my minis I've sold off because I was always like, well, why do I need them? Because I can't, they're not, they don't come out the same way. You know what I mean? I was always like kind of annoyed because I was like, they don't project the same way. They don't smell the same way. And I regret it because I figure like the easiest thing is when you use a dabber, you like, what I do is I cover a big surface area. You know what I mean? I don't just do this and do a dot. I literally take it and like I just cover a big surface area. And so that's the only way that it's gonna like kind of give the same effect as an atomizer. You know, when you spray, it kind of goes everywhere. And that's kind of what I do with my dabber perfumes. I kind of make sure that it's like, I don't just do a dot and a dot. I do maybe like several dots. Like I'll do like maybe like 10 dots just so that it kind of covers a bigger surface area. So that's what I do with my dabbers, and I totally regret selling off my other minis, honestly. But whatever, it is what it is. And I like collecting them, but I also like using my minis as well. So that's that. It's a really beautiful citrus basil, if you guys are interested. I wanted to kind of share that on here. Yeah, so that's that. My oud yuzu is still not here yet. It's supposed to be coming on, I think it's supposed to be coming on either Wednesday or Thursday. Ugh, thanks, Spence. It's blue. It's like Dodger blue. Thank you. It was actually a birthday present. I got this as a gift. What was I gonna say? It's supposed to be coming on Wednesday or Thursday. And I keep checking the tracking and it keeps like delaying. So I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to my oud yuzu being here. So I'll probably come on live and unbox it on a live if I have time. Oh, and then I'm supposed to be getting a package, another package, kind of a surprise. I kind of want to save it for later. It's going to be another haul that I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to be doing another haul. It's that package is, I think it's supposed to come this week. I'm not sure. So lots of stuff going on. I might do a StreamYard stream. I'm not sure yet. I might do a StreamYard stream. Anyways, so yeah, let me catch up with the chat. Sorry if I miss anything. If you guys want, you can ask again. Empty scents. Yeah, this is nice. I think you're gonna like this. This is a really pretty scent. Definitely unisex. Yeah, the gum is really good. I only buy this gum. This is the only gum I buy. It's that pure. Oh wow, they're from Toronto. I never knew that they're a Canadian company. Nice. Yeah, it's a really good brand. I like their cinnamon as well. I like their bubblegum cinnamon. They have fruity ones too that I've tried. I usually get them from TJ Maxx. It's a lot cheaper than getting it from the store, from the grocery store. I get them from TJ Maxx. Or Home Goods. Home Goods has these too. I haven't seen these at Burlington though. I've seen these at TJ Maxx and Marshall's too, I think, but Home Goods has it too. Anyways, all right, guys. So, yeah, that's it. And then, oh, I have like more videos coming up. I was doing some filming today. I don't know. I might post it today if I feel like it. Yeah, basically. There's 8 people in the chat. Thank you for the 10 likes, everybody. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, Sunday live. Hi, Dezia. Okay, so to answer your question, my favorite food. Man, I don't know. That's such a hard question. Probably like mac and cheese. Mac and cheese and cheeseburgers. And French fries. I like meat and like carbs. Hi, Sam Bubble. How are you? Good to see you. I was just going over my scent of the day and how beautiful CK1 is and still is. Classic. Love it. Are you a fan of CK1? Yeah, so Dezia, I hope I answered your question. Yeah, classic, beautiful, freshy. It is so good. And Scent Bubbles from Arizona. So again, hot weather. I feel like the more hotter your weather is, the more you're like, man, I love CK1. Because it's hard to like, I don't know how some people wear those heavy fragrances all the time. Like, if I get it if they're from New York or like Canada or whatever, but like, I can't do those heavy fragrances, you know? Like, I have heavy fragrances, but I barely wear them because it's too much for the heat. Yeah. But yeah, I love this perfume. It's so good. What are you guys up to? CK Shot. Oh, CK Shock. Is that the one in the black bottle? Spence, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the one in the black bottle, CK Shock? It's like black with green and white writing on it. Is that the one? Okay, yeah. I haven't smelled that one. Have you tried Agua de Parma Colonia? No, I haven't. Oh my gosh, Scent Bubble, I cannot wait until you do the giveaway. I know it's going to be a 5K giveaway, and I cannot wait because I'm going to enter to win, to have a chance to win Haley So I'm so excited about that. Anyways, everybody go and check out Sampleable if you haven't already. Really like cool guy, really good channel. But yeah, so I can't wait for the giveaway. No, I haven't tried agua. I haven't tried a lot of agua de Parmas. Like I know Neiman Marcus has a ton of them, but every time I go in there, there's about like 5 or 10 women who just jump on me. So I kind of just like, I'm like, whatever about it. Like, I have smelled them and they're very realistic smelling, kind of cologne-y scents. They almost kind of remind me of Jo Malone. They're good, but they're not like, I don't know. No, I haven't tried it. I'm sure it's, I'll try it though. So wait, what's the name of that? Agua. Let me write this stuff down. Let me write this down. Agua de Parma Colonia Pura. So what does that smell like? Colonia Pura. What does that smell like? Okay. I have a high chance. Oh, really? Okay, I'm even more stoked now. I cannot wait because like I love that scent. So when you told me that you have a giveaway, I saw your post. I was like, oh, I hope I win. Christine Talk Heavy. Oh, really? Agua de Parma? I've never seen Agua de Parma at rack stores. I've never seen it at the rack stores. Which rack store are you going to? Because I've never seen Agua de Parma at any rack stores. Hi, Dame. ATH Supernova. Agua de Parma Colonia Pura. I wonder what that smells like. Ross and TJ Maxx. Really? Agua de Parma? Wow. I gotta go see then, because I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that at the them at the rack stores, but I've seen some good stuff pop up at TJ Maxx. I've seen Creed there before, and I've seen a Bond number 9 there before. So yeah. Okay, so you can probably get it for about $60. And yeah, if you love CK1, it's with that niche upgrade. Really? Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do with my note. Agua de Parma, Colonia Pura, this. I'm gonna stick it on and look for it. So yeah. This is fake it till you make it, you guys. Anyways, okay, cool. I'll look out for it when I go to the store. Colonia Pura. Yeah, I've smelled some before. I know that I do remember them smelling very citrusy, kind of fresh. Best version of Aventus with some Elysium vibes. Got batches. So what are you guys excited about in the fragrance world? Any new releases? Slightly sweet, fluffy, clean cloud with a dry down of the tiniest citrus white florals. Heavenly. Nice. That does sound nice. And how is the longevity of it? Like, and the projection? I'm assuming the projection is low, but I'm assuming they last long because I'm pretty sure they use a lot of natural stuff in there. I'm looking forward to that tobacco we talked about. Oh, Tobacco Sahara, you ordered it, Spence? Oh, okay, cool. Because, yeah, I see a lot of ads on that. I have not watched any reviews, though, because I don't want to know until, like, I smell it myself. But, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. A moderate and grand scheme, but man, for certain simple fragrance. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because this is so lovely in the air too. So, okay, definitely looking forward to that. I made a note to try it out. Generally surprised the amount of feedback people give. Really? Okay. Dame 919 says, I'm bumping blinding lights. Ready for any news? Oh, blinding lights by the weekend, Dame. Nice. That's so funny. Low, yes, but I think longevity is decent if you like the idea of a fragrance that sits close to the skin. I don't know. Like lately, I'm just like, I don't want to be the only one that smells me, you know? Like I kind of like at least one other person or two other people to be able to smell me. Like, I don't know, like skin scents to me lately, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I kind of like over like certain lighter scents that I wear. I do wear a lot of like body sprays. And it's like I overspray so that I can, you know, at least be detectable. Yes, Bobby. I know I've owned a bottle of Lude DC and I sold off half the bottle. It was a really lovely scent, but it was way too, like every time I wore it, it was like I kept getting asked if I have on Calvin Klein Eternity for some reason. So I did own a bottle. I sold half of the bottle though. But it was a lovely scent. I was kind of just over it as well. I was just kind of over it too, but it's a really lovely smell. I was just like, all right, let me just sell it off and see what else is out there. Sometimes I do that, and because I was just, I don't know. I was just whatever about it. Moneybird, hello, Kevin. How are you? Cover of Maxim magazine, Kenny? Who's Kenny? Who the hell is Kenny? Kenny. Who is Kenny? Is this the cover of Maxim magazine? Kenny. Who is Kenny? Welcome, Kevin. So many flankers of eternity. Yeah, no, I have the original flanker. I know there's a lot of flankers, but I just have the original one of it. Orlan. CK Eternity, the OG for men, might be the most versatile. Yeah, it's super, the women's one is super versatile as well. Arabiat Prestige. Oh, I heard Rihanna talk about that one, right? She had an interview where she was like, you don't have to spend a lot of money on perfume. There's one called, or is it the gold bottle? I heard Rihanna talk about it. I still haven't smelled it. I don't own a lot of Arabic perfumes. I only have maybe, let me think. I have one, two, I have the pistachio one, two. I think I have about maybe 4 or 5 bottles of Arabic perfumes. Like the Doobie perfumes, I want to say. I don't own a lot of them. Euphoria. Eternity, I like the woman's Eternity. Like there's a story behind it, one of the reasons I got it. But besides that, I find it to be a really nice white floral. I've never smelled, oh, Euphoria. Yeah, Euphoria is the one with the pomegranate note. And to me, I like the pomegranate, but overall as a scent, it's just not my scent. So I never got a bottle of it. I've never smelled have I smelled Eternity for Men? I think I have. I love the women's version of it. Obsession is so good for men and women. I find both of them very unisex. Tom Ford. Obsession Night smells like Tom Ford. Which Tom Ford? Oh, really? I dated a romantic who always wore Euphoria. That's the girl that you talking about, how she taught you words. That's so funny. Yeah, Euphoria, I was never too crazy about it. I do like the pomegranate note in there. It just wasn't my smell though, you know? New Absolute, no, I haven't smelled that. I've never smelled the Obsession Flankers. I love Abercrombie and Fierce. Oh my god, I love that scent. And it's such a nostalgic scent for me. Like every time we would go to the mall, we would get dropped off at the mall as teenagers. Like that scent from that Abercrombie store, you could like smell it from miles away. And when you got into that store, it smelled so, like, it was such a vibe, right? It was such a vibe. And I remember I would always ask the girl, why does your store smell so good? And they were always like, it's fierce, it's fierce. But man, that was such a good smell. Yeah, Abercrombie and Fierce. I don't know who made it. I think it was Harry Fremont. I think it was Harry Fremont. Was it Harry Fremont? Can you guys confirm? Can somebody confirm? I'm so curious. That AF Fierce was the perfumer, the same guy who did this with Alberto? I'm glad you guys are all here. My live earlier like died and just kind of the Wi-Fi died on me, but I'm glad you guys are all here. Finer things in life. Money gotta be a fierce. Oh, you know what? I do picture Money wearing Abercrombie Fierce, and like, didn't everybody wear that stuff? I feel like every guy in high school and college wore AF Fierce. It was so nostalgic. Bruno Jovanovic and Christoph Ladamil. I've never. Bruno Jovanovic. I have to look into what else he did. That sounds so familiar. Yeah, I get it. I figured you're copying and pasting off of something. But yeah. Yeah, that was a great smell. Again, unique, you know? Unique. Like, to me, I feel like I can't call something like a masterpiece if it's not unique. Like, I just can't. You know, I just can't. Like, if it smells like everything else, to me, that's not, like, this smells so unique. AF Fierce, easily identifiable DNA. I know exactly what it is. But like most other stuff, I'm just like, I don't know. Even if it's a 10, I don't see something as being a masterpiece, if that makes sense. Are you guys like that too? Like, as much as I love Oud Yuzu, it's a 10. I feel like somewhere out there is something else that smells like it that I just haven't put my nose on. And so when it's that, it's not a 10, you know? Yeah, Platinum Egoist is a good one. I love Platinum Egoist. That's a good scent. I like the mass appealing scents cuz like if something's too embarrassing to wear out, what's the point? What's the point? You know? Like, what's the point? Like, you know how some niche yeah, they're okay, I guess. But you're just like, I don't think I'm going to wear this out cuz it's just embarrassing. Like, I can't wear it. If it's embarrassing, I'm not going to wear it, you know? Oracle has my interest. Means something, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I would change a thing about Oud Yuzu example, but it's not like easily. It is easy, but I feel like somewhere out there something else smells like that. Because nowadays everything's kind of a repetition of everything. If that makes sense, you know? She's gonna be like, my husband is perfect, but I just can't call him. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, you know what's a masterpiece to me is CK Obsession. That's a masterpiece to me. Oud for Greatness is a masterpiece to me. I know there's a clone, but no, nothing like the original. And like, I don't know, certain things are just masterpieces because they're also so unique. But I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I'm just rambling at this point. Whew. Anyways, all right, so 45 minutes. It's 9:41 my time. I think I'm gonna get going, you guys. I'm kind of getting tired. I've never smelled that one, Scent Bubble. I've never smelled that one. I know it's a very, very, very popular. I know Bobby Dior is a fan. But I've never smelled it. It's hard to get my hands on Serge Lutens. I don't know where to smell them. There's no store around me, like department store, that has it. But I know I've heard really great things about Serge Lutens as well. Yeah, Oud for Greatness, love it. That's my favorite perfume of all time, is Oud for Greatness. Not I have some to send you, Christine. Okay, cool. Cool. Alrighty, you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Have a happy week, Sunday. And I'll see you guys in my next live. I am going to be going live again sometime this week because I have a haul, and I have, like, if my perfume comes on time, I'll unbox it with you guys. So, you know, so yeah, I'll probably come on live sometime this week. So yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Try Shergi, tobacco. I don't know about tobacco and perfumes. I'm kind of like on the fence about tobacco and perfumes, but I'll definitely want to try it out. All right, you guys, have a good evening, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.